The man pulled a strange object out of his ear. He screamed in terror. Then the landlord came in. The man hid the object quickly. He asked the landlord what he had done to him, but he didn't realize that the landlord was the first to complain. He pulled the same thing out of his ear. He asked the man what he had done to him, and the landlord lost his temper. After a while, the landlord gave the man a hug. He said he forgave him. Then the landlord pulled a long sausage out of his head. The sausage was as tall as he was. Then the landlord took out a knife and cut the sausage open. A bunch of ants came out of the sausage, and there was a big ant looking around. One day a man was typing on his computer. The boss thought he was typing too slowly. Other people type thousands of words a day, but he could only type 20. But the man wanted to be perfect. He did it the way he wanted to. As a result, the man was fired. Back home, the man begins to fall in love with the mirror in his room. He kisses the mirror, and the mirror gave birth to his child. One day Mom was about to take Judy out to play. Judy covered her eyes with her hands. She suddenly disappeared from her mother's sight. Mom was worried. She opened the curtains and looked outside, and looked under the sofa, but there was no sign of Judy. At that moment, Dad came out of his room. He also asked where Judy was. Mom had no choice but to call the police. Then the couple had an argument. Mom suddenly collapsed on the floor. The police came and sealed off the house. They scrutinized every place. They talked to everyone who was suspicious. Dad came to a square. Because he couldn't see his daughter, he chose to blow himself up. Mom couldn't take the shock. She poured gasoline on her body. At that moment, Judy suddenly let go of her hands. She called out for her mom. Mom saw Judy. She was surprised and happy. But the next moment, Judy covered her eyes again. Mom couldn't see her again. This time, Mom also chose to explode. Judy's body was covered in blood.